Good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the SLLET radio show live on Phantom Radio.
Welcome back, Zan.
Oh, it's good to be back. We're off to a cracking start. Thank you for joining us. If you are joining us, there are 4 of you out there at the moment, supposedly. Yep. Apparently so. Thanks for listening. We hope you are having a fantastic day.
Always.
Josh and I have got loads of things to talk about because I've been away.
He hasn't been here.
For quite literally a month.
Literally 4 weeks.
It's been great. We missed a couple of weeks because we had Easter off.
Yeah. A whole 2 weeks plus varsity. So
yes.
3 weeks missed.
3
Sorry
weeks
about
missed,
that.
And then Josh was back.
I was back last week.
On his own with some guests.
I had some guests, including Dan, who gatecrashed the show somehow.
Well, I had to. It's my show, isn't it? So, we've got one quick shout out. What's going on? We've got one quick shout out to say before we jump into some music that Josh has chosen.
Actually, it's just the good stuff that was left when I take
he's
out
disagree.
all of the rubbish.
Josh didn't choose it. But I've got to say hi to Dan Cooper before he goes home, apparently. So hi, Dan. Thanks for listening.
Hi, Dan. Lovely to have you with us.
The Makerspace, everybody else who is there. I presume that's Rudy who's texting.
Yeah.
Thanks. Hope you have a fantastic day. Have a great evening if you're off home. And we will be right back after supposedly 3 songs.
Yeah, we'll need to put some more in.
We will. Oh well, we'll see in a bit.
Welcome back to the show. Hi, Dan.
Hello. We're all good.
We're all good. We've made it. We've survived 2 songs.
We're getting back into it. I found some more songs. They have been chosen by...
Random. He's gone into the A-list, which is our most recently added stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Most new, so hopefully most good, right? We'll find out later.
Supposedly, yes.
Although he has gone in and found Back in Black for later on.
Yeah.
We'll enjoy that later
Can I put in the JGA Drive Easter egg hunt advert?
Why do you want to put that
because
in?
Because there's a new advert thing. So
that's already been and gone, my friend.
It has. I listened to some of it.
Did you?
I listened back on the mega feed on Spotify because I was in a lecture.
If you want to listen to that,
yes.
Go to phantom.co.uk and it'll... No, that's not even right. Phantom-media.
Nice try. You could go to that. Who knows what it'll be.
Phantom-media.co.uk and you'll find the most recent episode of the JJA Drive, which was on Friday, and they did an Easter egg hunt.
You certainly will. It was an interesting listen. I'll give them that. I don't think any of them are listening. Anna, maybe you're listening. Hi, thanks for tuning in if you are.
I spotted Jack in the atrium, but he wasn't listening
Jack's been replying to emails, but otherwise I don't know.
Love it. If you want to, we're on YouTube today. We had more time than usual, so we've actually got it working before the show.
Josh has got way too much time.
I shouldn't have. I should be doing essays, but you know.
You should, but you've chosen to not. So that's fine.
So go to slet.co.uk/show/24.
Does
it sound like I'm very far away, Dan?
What would you like me to do about that?
I don't know.
Is that better?
I don't know. We'll find out later. Yeah, show...
Is that better for you?
No, that's 100 times worse. We'll survive as
anyway.
So go to slet.co.uk/show/24.
Yes.
You'll see the YouTube. Hi, YouTube. It's lovely to have you with us. I don't know that anybody's watching on there.
Definitely not watching, but that's fine.
Yeah, one watching, which is me.
I'm just trying to log into it as well. Let's see.
So 2 people will be watching.
You can't find it from there. Bear with.
It is on the Phantom Media YouTube channel, which...
/ what are we?
/show/24. It was open in Edge.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Watch on YouTube.
Yes, do that. And then you can see our faces as we gesticulate during
the
show.
Love it. Yes, on a slight delay, but that's fine. And you can hear us as well. But if you want to listen to the music, you have to listen.
Yes, you can hear our voices on the YouTube, but you can't hear the music.
Absolutely. Right. I can't get hold of this today. Terrible. So we've got lots to talk about because we've been off for so long.
To talk
about. Been doing lots of many lots of things.
Many lots of things.
Yes. Should we have some more music and then we'll work out what we're going to say?
Yeah, we'll pick and choose from our last 5 weeks or whatever.
I think that sounds like a brilliant idea. So in which case, we're going to dive in with one of the songs from the A-list. We've got a bit of new Harry Styles. So here is As It Was, live on the SLLET radio show.
Yes, it is. Welcome back to the show. Love it, Dan.
Nailed it.
Every
time.
So, we have looked back at our calendars for the last month.
We have.
And in the last month, we've actually done quite a bit, surprisingly enough.
That we have.
So we'll start at the start with the first show that we missed. And it was Varsity.
It was indeed the big thing of the year for the Union. I got no control over this today.
No, I don't know what you're doing. Have you got enough compression on it?
Yeah, it's like basically right up.
Love it. So yes, we did Varsity. I was doing remote cameras as planned. You were not technical lead. Well, you were technical lead, but you were also much, much more.
As it turns out, I did it all.
Dan was in charge.
Which was great. It was a great day in the end. Everyone was very pleased with how it went.
Good.
Great feedback. We streamed for 10.5 hours on 2 different channels. We had 12 cameras plus 3 or 4 remote locations.
Love it.
We only crashed once, which was in the first half an hour.
The first half an hour, which crashed my screen.
Yeah, it's crashed everything, which sort of caused issues for the rest of the day, but it was fine.
It was fine.
And it was kind of seamless. I don't know where the crash was if you watch it back on YouTube, which you can do. You can't tell.
Yes, you can watch it back, or you can, if you really want to, you can listen to the audio recording, which is on. Why
would you want to do that?
I have no idea why you'd want to do that, because you hear the SLET radio show from the week before about 50 times.
Oh, do you? Because it keeps crashing?
Because it's
too quiet.
Bits are too quiet.
Funny. So yeah,
that's on the Phantom Mega feed. Scroll back and look for that.
If you don't want to listen to the whole thing, I recommend you go and watch just the opening section where we cut to the studio, because it is a great laugh, because the audio is horrendous.
Love it.
It's great. It's like, take your headphones out. You don't want to listen to it with headphones in. It's so loud and distorted. It's horrendous.
I did notice.
But it quickly gets sorted, so it's fine. After that, it all went well.
After the crash,
it all went well. We streamed to 5,000 viewers across the day.
Love it.
The peak wasn't very high, but
we're slightly lower here.
A little bit. We're down. We're up to 5 because Mum's tuned in. Hi, Mum. Thanks for listening. But yeah, so 5,000 across the day, and it's now set at 6 point something K.
Nice.
Which I was very pleased with at the end of it, because we had no idea what the reach would be of it.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, we're going to do this. We signed up to do it for 10.5 hours. Let's see how it goes. And it all went pretty well.
And you ended up in collaboration with Alex Wood, basically running the show.
So basically, Alex produced it, supposedly, and I sort of directed it. As well as controlled all of the technical side of things.
Yeah, exactly. Which was what I was meant to do. But
well, it was what none of us were meant to do. Somebody else was meant to do.
Yeah, yes, this was the thing. It was meant to be another person who wasn't Alex or you.
We won't mention that, though, because...
Drama.
Some drama on the morning of the day, which was
fun. That was great fun.
It was fun. But the whole day
I really enjoyed that running order. Just top quality.
That was Alex Wood for you, my friend.
Was it? Was that actually
Alex? Indeed Alex Wood.
I didn't realise that. I thought it was someone else.
It was Alex Wood.
He needs shots. How was anyone meant to use that running order?
You wonder why we had some issues at the start of the day. That's what we were given.
So this is Alex Wood, so I can talk about it.
Of course you can. Yeah.
So what he had was landscape, massive text. With about 2 items on each page, so you couldn't see more than about 2 minutes into the future.
And I told him it needs to be timed. You need to give us what time it is, where the location of the thing is, so that we know where we're going. Equally, which PC we want it from, because it was very complicated, our setup of things.
Yes, we'll come on to that.
It was necessarily complicated, down to the equipment that we'd been given to use. It was complicated, we agree with that.
Yes.
That is what it is.
No, so yes, but staying on the running order, it was completely unusable and was, as far as I could tell, thrown out within moments.
We stuck to it up the first section of the day, where we were in the studio. We had a lot of studio time in the morning because none of the sports actually kicked off until 12.
Yes.
So at that point we stuck to it, but There wasn't anything going on because it was just studio chat. So
yeah, studio chat.
It was fine. But after that, yes, we kicked it out, and Alex and I came up with our own one, which I wrote.
Yes, on a big piece of paper with a Sharpie.
Literally with a Sharpie, and went, what do you want to go and show people? And that was what we just decided.
And that's what you did.
Yeah, so it was great.
So on to the technical setup. As we said, 12 cameras, 3 PCs?
No. More than that.
Okay, how many PCs was?
5.
5 plus 3 ATEMs. No. 4 ATEMs?
3.
3 ATEMs plus...
I can't remember how many people we had in that room. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I reckon it was 6 PCs actually.
6 PCs, 3 ATEMs.
12 cameras.
12 cameras. So there was some interesting limitations despite the complexity.
2 network cables, which by the end of the day was only one.
One network. So this was fun. About halfway through the day, one of the network connections connecting me to the gallery.
Bruce sent a photo to our Teams chat, which nobody was looking at, but we glanced at it later on and went, oh.
Yes, exactly. So one of the cables was running through a door out along the balcony.
2 of the cables were running through a door.
Sorry, yes, 2.
The door had been closed.
The door got shut. Sliced one of my cables.
We were very lucky that it didn't slice the other one.
Yes, we
that would have been major. We had there's no way of fixing it.
No, there was no way of fixing it, and there was no real backup.
Yeah,
had both, which is why there were 2 cables there.
Well, there were 2 cables there to share the load across as well, which was the idea, which did work, which is why we had issues in the evening later on.
Oh, did you?
It got choppier, yes.
Oh, okay.
Noticeably choppier because we only had 1 cable running.
Yeah.
But yes.
Because someone shut the door because it was raining.
It was just some cores left rather than a cable. There was nothing. It was not intact.
It sliced through. And yeah.
At the end of the day, it got cut out rather than taken out. Ben was like, get me a knife, and just went
through both of them?
No, just through the one that's broken.
Just through the butt rope.
There's no point in trying to untape it and take it all out properly, is there? Just bin it. So that was fun.
That was that, and then we enjoyed the futsal from pitch side.
We did. I was pitch side. You were up on the balcony.
Yeah, I was up on the balcony for the first half and then came down because I was
pitch side shouting at Alex.
Oh yes, because Dan had about 3 comm systems on him for all day.
I did. I had 2 walkie-talkies.
2 walkie-talkies.
And IEMs and a microphone.
And IEMs and a wireless microphone, which I love that you were using that as a comm system.
Well, there was no other option, so...
But you also, when you were actually in the gallery occasionally...
and I had a comms headset on as well.
You had a comms headset, so you had 4 different things.
Ridiculous is what it was, but it was great fun.
It was great fun.
Yeah.
I did enjoy, for my bit, directing during, I think, basketball and volleyball what Sam and Lux were doing down on the sports hall.
Yes.
Although nobody was able to see them because you were watching, I think, American football at the time.
Probably, I don't know.
So yes, coming on to my slight feedback for the system.
There we go.
You could the 2 RF cameras which we had, which are basically wireless cameras that we could move about basically anywhere in the sports hall. Just.
I will. Yeah, go on, carry on, and then I'll butt in.
You could only have them on the same stream as the lower 3G pitch.
Yes.
Which I thought was an interesting choice.
Well, the RF cameras, the wireless cameras, were not going to be as heavily used as they were.
The plan was for them to be on climbing and
squash.
Squash didn't happen.
And climbing didn't happen at the right time.
No. So to explain, these RF cameras, you couldn't have them as well as a feed from the lower 3G pitch.
Yeah.
Because they were all going into the same ATEM.
Now, that might have been an oversight, but there was no... To be honest,
Was there nowhere else for them to go?
There wasn't anywhere else for them to go, but also I don't think we'd considered that we would be jumping around as much as possible. Because the running order wasn't done until on the day. We didn't know what people wanted to show or what people needed to show, so we did it in a logical way for us.
Yeah.
And then
so
fought the fires when they happened on the day and said, well, you can't do that, so
that's... But I enjoyed that you just had a couple of Focusrites in the gallery for your commentators.
Of course. We had a very high-tech headphone system.
Yeah.
We'd stolen a headphone amp and a load of hideous cables that were all cable tied together. It was horrendous, but that worked flawlessly.
Love it. Shall we go on to some more music?
It was a big success. Yes, let's have some more music, and then we will come back and discuss what we did
in
Other
Easter.
than varsity?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Easter was next, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll be after this, which is Churches with He Said, She Said on the SLET radio show.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You certainly are. Good afternoon, good evening, I should probably say. That was Lost Track by Haim, and before that we had He Said, She Said. So, Josh.
Yes, Dan.
All sorted?
Yeah.
Excellent. We got up to the Easter holidays, so after varsity.
After varsity, we all slept for a week.
We did sleep for quite a while, yeah, and then I went home.
You went home, I went home as well. Which is
unusual.
So the first time I've been to Bedfordshire since literally the end of September.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Because I went to Northern Ireland for Christmas.
Madness. Absolute
My
madness.
parents thought so, yeah.
Yeah, I went home and then spent 4 days in London, which was lovely. And then went to Centre Parks for the Easter weekend, which was very fun.
And while you were in London, I also appeared in London.
You did?
Although we didn't meet up.
Unfortunately not.
We didn't really plan anything.
It wasn't coordinated,
It wasn't, no. We were... So what we did was we saw some musicals.
We did.
So you saw Dear Evan Hansen.
That I did. We got some fantastic last-minute tickets on one of the apps.
One of the apps.
The day before.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so we weren't planning. We had a free day. My sister's doing this dance thing in London, so hence we were there for the week.
Okay.
And we had a free day where she didn't have any rehearsals, so we piled into Dear Evan Hansen, yes, which is fantastic. Want to go and see it again. It was really good.
Good. And the next day, I went to see Hamilton with the family.
Yes. Very lucky.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was good. We were at the front of the top.
I don't know what the theatre's like.
So we were at the top of whatever it is, Grand Circle.
Nice.
And so we had a really good view.
Yeah, fantastic. We ended up in the stalls. We were...
Of course, you were on a last-minute ticket.
Yeah, it was great. We had fantastic seats. It was very good. Would recommend.
So I've only been to one other London show, and it was Agatha Christie's, whatever the name of it is, the murder mystery one.
Oh, right. I've no idea.
I can't remember what it is now. And that's in a really old theatre with zero legroom.
Oh,
and
right.
It's really, really raked.
Yeah.
So you're practically falling out. What have you done to my microphone?
I haven't touched it.
It sounds like I'm on that one. It sounds like when I had Alex and the microphone's the wrong way around.
Yeah, it's quality that.
We'll have a fix maybe later.
Yeah, we'll play with it in a minute. So,
yes, and for that one, there was no legroom at all, and I was practically kneeing the person in front of me.
Oh, dear. Terrible.
So that wasn't great. But this one, legroom, it was a great show.
Good.
Really enjoyed it.
I'm glad.
And I was very disappointed with myself that I was spotting, of course, all the SLET things.
Why would you not?
Why would you not?
Dear Evan Hansen has a lot of tech, actually, as it turns out.
Does it?
There's lots of screens and lots of...
Yes, it would do.
It does.
It's more.
I didn't know going into it. I know the music from it, but I didn't know the actual story particularly.
Like, I only roughly know the story.
But it's very good. I would go and see it again. Definitely.
Whereas Hamilton is just beautiful.
This is true.
It speaks for itself, really.
Yeah, it does. I agree.
Every time, like the revolving stage is always very cool.
Dear Evan Hansen has some. I don't know how it works. I haven't looked it up. Well, I did look it up, but I couldn't find anything on it. Like the set is like, so there's like a bed and there's a table and stuff like that. It's all on plinths, but they're all moved by themselves and they shoot off stage.
I did
and they
spot.
Come in and then
so
they
I
shoot off stage and come in and
spotted
stuff
on
like that.
Hamilton in the back left, so upstage right.
Yeah.
There was a plinth that moved in and out, and it looked as though the stuff was being put on and presumably taken off backstage.
Yes, I think this was the same, but these actually shot out of the side behind a curtain, little curtain raised up, and then shoots out and comes and sits right centre,
where it is,
front stage centre.
Really?
With nobody touching it or anything like that, so it must be robotic of some sort.
Presumably.
Where it comes out and just tracks off stage.
Because I spotted that for the candles in the wedding. You've seen Hamilton on Disney Plus, haven't you?
Yes.
So the candles that wheel out during the wedding.
Yeah.
I can't tell what's because obviously they come out straight, but then there's a curve at the end. They come towards the front of the stage, and I can't tell. I couldn't tell from where I was whether there was a little groove there.
Yeah, which I had a look, and there
tell.
didn't appear to be on the stage.
Yeah,
and the way they moved wasn't. Yeah.
So yours were probably more clever, but that looked as though it was just being pulled and followed. Like it looked as though it could be a groove. In the middle,
and it just follows it. Clever stuff.
It's all really, really interesting stuff.
God, we're boring though.
We really are.
Terrible.
Spotting
but we
all
both
of the
recommend
lights.
going to see both of the shows that we went and saw. Don't
absolutely.
We?
If you can get Hamilton tickets, do it.
Yeah. Very disappointed we missed out on that, but
Have you? What happened with that?
We just got a refund, I think.
Oh, you just got a refund.
We could rebook, but it was
here's
a random date, so there was no chance we were all 5 of us going to be able to make that work. So
So that was our musicals in Easter. So we've decided that this will be our time for Musicals Weekly.
Absolutely, and because we've missed so long, we're going to have 4 tracks in Musicals Weekly. 2 from Hamilton that Josh has selected, and I think the only 2 that we have from Dear Evan Hansen.
Which is weird. I'll buy the album.
Don't know why we've got a random 2 as well. It's not even.
It's not even
the main ones. They're both very good, but it's a very interesting choice. Anywho, yes, Josh, what have we got from Hamilton?
So here is Dear Theodosia and The Room Where It Happens from Hamilton. This is Musicals Weekly on the SLLET Radio Show. Welcome back to the show. It's lovely to have you with me now. Dan ran out of the studio 4 minutes ago and he's now back. Quick, take a seat. We'll swap microphones momentarily.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Dan.
Sorry. Oops.
I can't hear anything either, so you know.
No, neither can I, so let's hope this is working.
Let's hope we're going out. I think we're going out.
Chaotic.
We might be massively too loud. Are we all right? Have you plugged into
nope,
something?
I haven't got headphones yet. Hang on.
He's now plugged in.
Have you got headphones or not?
I've got a headphone in, but it's not plugged into anything.
We sound quite... Oh, I don't know. It's fine. I'm going to stand up for this segment. I've decided.
Stand up for this bit. The camera can see that you are standing.
Excellent. Sorry, I had to run and get food. I just remembered that I'm not having dinner till later because I'm going to...
Yes, because Sports Awards is later.
Enjoyable Sports Awards.
Oh, is Climbing hoping to win anything?
Well, we've been nominated, apparently.
So you get told that you've been nominated?
Well, apparently we've been nominated. I don't actually know or not whether we've been nominated.
I'm very disappointed that you didn't make the shortlist for Personality of the Year, Dan.
Was that a thing?
Yes, it's a thing.
I didn't vote for any of it.
Have you not voted?
No, I haven't voted for anything, no.
Shocking.
Well, I didn't know what any of it was. I was just told to buy a ticket and turn up.
Similar to the Community Awards.
Pretty much the same deal, but I was told to not buy a ticket and now I've been told to buy a ticket.
For Sports Awards?
Even though... No. I was told not to buy a ticket for Community Awards.
Why?
Because I was presenting it.
Oh.
And then we got told they haven't got enough money, so could we buy a ticket anyway and still present it?
But Alex has got vodka to sponsor us.
Oh, they have now. They didn't at the time, but that doesn't mean Alex has not spent all of her money.
I think she has.
I mean, she definitely has, to the point where she's got...
I think there's 48 people.
Yeah, she's including the union
18
staff.
union staff.
Ridiculous.
So we've got the whole of the union plus student-led services, as far as I'm aware.
Absolutely stupid. But anyway...
I think it's time for Taylor Swift.
It certainly is.
Here is We Are Never Getting Back Together on the SLLET Radio Show.
This is the SLET News at 5 o'clock with Joshua Brunning.
This is the SLET News at 5. The EU plans to ban all Russian oil and other sanctions related to potential war crimes. This is obviously in response to the ongoing war in Ukraine. Have you heard about that, Dan? It's ongoing.
I wasn't expecting you to ask me to talk, but
Sorry.
yes, I have heard about it, yes.
Yes. So this is President Ursula von der Leyen of the European Commission is aimed at maximising pressure on Russia while minimising damage to Europe.
Sorry, what's his name?
This is Ursula von der Leyen. She is the President of the European Commission.
What's her name?
Ursula von der Leyen.
Great name. Good pronunciation as well. I would have done it. Carry
on. Yes, this is in response to suspected war crimes in Bucha and Mariupol, and those military officers involved will also face new EU sanctions. A minister has advised shoppers to, quote, buy value brands in response to the cost of living crisis. This is the Environment Secretary, George Eustace, who has been criticised as out of touch and patronising.
So what's that? What's the solution for this major problem that we've caused? Nobody can afford anything. I don't know. Buy the cheaper stuff.
Buy the cheaper stuff, yeah. That's the Environment Secretary, George Eustace's plan for those struggling.
What a brilliant piece of advice. You're nailing the pronunciation of the names, though, today, Josh.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Continue.
It comes out on the last day of the local election campaigns, which are tomorrow. Are you voting, Dan? Dan shakes his head.
Yes.
There are more. Thanks, Dan.
I didn't touch that. That's you on your own.
There are union by-elections if you want to vote in something
Also
even less
in that as well.
even. No, they're vaguely important, I guess.
I don't know. I'm leaving. They're not important to me.
Dan says they're not important. So that's on derbyunion.co.uk. Find the links to the by-elections. Vote before midday on Friday.
Yes.
Is there any other news? The UK has cut Russia off from PR and accounts at using management consulting.
No,
accounting
we're going to have the
PR
weather. Goodbye.
services. Thank you, Dan. You do need to press the button, though.
Oh, damn it.
So good. Yes, the weather. Thank you, Dan. So today it's been pretty miserable, to be honest. Although the sun was streaming into the studio at the start, which you'll have seen on the camera, it was massively overexposed. Clouds giving way to some sun is how AccuWeather describes the rest of the day. High of 14, low of 7. Yeah, still pretty grey out of the window. Here's the weather for the next 7 days. So tomorrow, clouds giving way to some sun. More sun, I think, tomorrow. High of 19, low of 8. Friday, rather cloudy with some afternoon rain. High of 17, low of 10. Going into Saturday, the all-important parkrun forecast. Variable cloudiness in the morning, about 16 degrees. High of 17 in the rest of the day. Sunday, periods of sun and clouds. High of 17, low of 8. Monday, mostly cloudy with a high of 18 and a low of 9. Back to rain and drizzle on next Tuesday with a high of 19, low of 10. It's getting warmer, which is nice, but next Wednesday, this time next week, cloudy with a touch of rain, high of 20, low of 10. That's been the SLET News and Weather. Here is whatever's next. This is Levitating by Dua Lipa on the SLET Radio Show.
Certainly is. Good afternoon. The time has just gone 5:10. Thank you for joining us here on the SLLET Radio Show. We are here every single week, possibly, for the next few weeks.
For the next few weeks at least.
Until sometime in June, but we might not be here every week. But anyway,
yeah, we'll see how we go. We're busy people.
We are.
Yeah.
4 till 6 every week here on Phantom Radio.
Yes, every Wednesday. Every Wednesday.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we don't do every night. Other people want to do shows.
Yeah.
And we have other things to do?
Lots of other things to do, don't we, Josh? Well, I do.
Yes, he says, looking at his pile of constitutions.
Josh has got nothing else to do. Anyway, back. We're still on. What have we been doing
while we've been away?
So Josh returned last week.
Yes, I returned last week. But you...
I was busy.
Were at On.
I was. My new home?
Yes, you're going to... You've got a job there.
I can't remember if I told people. Yeah, I got a job. Which is great. So I'm starting in mid-August. Because they were like, when do you want to start? And I was like, I've got other things on. So mid-August.
Mid-August.
I'm going to join On.
Which is, for context, for those who don't know, the same production company that runs the Open Days.
They do indeed run the Open Days.
And who provided us with some great music, Dan.
They have provided us with some fantastic music right on cue. Where is it?
It's there.
It's there. It's coming. Got a nice... You've got a nice crossfade. Oh, Jesus, there it is. Some great backing music. Anyway,
some great beds.
They provide tech for the University Open Days. They provide tech for many other things. But the last week I spent 2 days with them, whilst they were streaming from their studio out to 4 different cinema locations across the UK.
Nice.
On behalf of Samsung for some colleague
launch
presentation
event
thing.
Probably.
So that was good to see. Interesting stuff.
Nice.
They didn't actually have a job for me, so I was booked to go down to London to help out with the actual stuff in the cinema in London.
Yeah.
They didn't need me, but instead of cancelling me, they were like, "Well, come and chill out for 2 days and see what goes on," basically. Yeah. Which is very kind of them.
Good to see this what actually happens.
Exactly. It was good to see what happens on supposedly a professional event.
How professional was it?
The actual event that was going out was good. The talking in from the producer into the presenter's ear was very much not professional.
Love it.
And I don't know how he held it together because I certainly wouldn't be able to do it.
So you were able to hear?
Yeah. So I was sat with the in the control room where the producer was sat.
Nice.
And, some of the things he said into the host's ear was just ridiculous. How on earth he kept a straight face and managed to carry on talking about this Samsung product that he was talking about without cracking up was ridiculous. He did very well, but yeah.
Love it.
So that was good.
So yes, that was
last week.
Yes, I was back last week. That was where Dan was last week.
Yes.
Doing fancy things and somehow managed to call into the show and didn't quite crash the show.
I finished early, yeah. But
he gave it his best shot, but didn't quite make the show fall off.
I still heard you screw it up enough times. It was fine.
Yep. But the week before, so the week after Easter, I did some musical theatre things.
You did?
Yes. This was an experience.
How was that? Because everybody else left, right? Or have they now left?
What do you mean?
I thought Jamie was leaving or something.
Jamie was not there.
Right.
Like, he was there. He turned up but wasn't doing anything.
Right.
So, yes, it was Ollie Chivers and Jack Thomas from first year who are technical leads now.
Right. What's your title?
My title is Extra Person.
Ah, nice.
So
we like doing those.
Yeah, it's good. So what I ended up doing was a sound supervisor, basically.
Nice.
So yes, so this was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday of the week after Easter.
Yes.
So the get-in was Wednesday. We were thinking, we'll start at 9 and finish whenever.
Yeah.
We were chucked out at 5.
Where was this?
Data.
Where's that?
Next to the Bless.
Try again.
Opposite Cathedral, behind the swimming pool.
Right, thank you. That's better.
How have you not been to the Bless if you lived in Cathedral for a year?
I lived in there for 2 years.
2 years.
What is it?
It's a pub.
Yeah, no. Anyway, yes.
So yes,
fine.
So we didn't get everything done that we needed to on Wednesday, so that made Thursday interesting. There was a lot of miscommunication. None of it was my fault because I wasn't involved until the day.
Well, fair.
And that's my deal with them. I will show up and help you do your shows, but I can't do this full time.
No, that's fair enough.
So yes, I ended up being in charge of sound,
right,
which involved doing all of the RF stuff.
Nice.
Doing the faders and telling a music production student to press go in QLab.
Oh, good. We like a bit of QLab.
Yeah. It's not like I could have done that.
I was going to say, could you not have handled the press go?
Yes, I could have done.
Good.
But we had to give him a job.
Classic.
So yes, we had 2 music production students. They were both, neither of them are listening, so I can say they were both pretty useless. It's fine. Nobody from MT is listening, so it's fine.
Brilliant. We love that.
One showed up about 4 o'clock on the Thursday, the show being at 7.
Lovely. That's good.
So, they ended up being vaguely backstage. The other one who was with me was showed up at least at 9 o'clock on Wednesday, but was completely clueless when it came to RF.
Yeah.
So I tried to coax him into setting up the RF system, just turning it on and testing it and making sure it all works. Yeah. And he just stood there blankly. So I was like,
right,
I'm going to have to do more here, aren't I? Because going into the weekend, I thought, or the end of the week, I was thinking, I'll be follow spot and it'll be fine. I don't care.
Fair, yeah.
So I was like, yeah, it'll be fine. The second follow spot didn't work anyway.
Excellent.
I was going to get him to do the follow spot, but unfortunately one died. And we already had one person doing another one, so unfortunately he had to sit and do QLab.
Oh, fun! What a job!
Oh, such a job!
What a job!
And so Data didn't even have the video license for QLab, so because we had video for a bit of slides,
right? Gotcha.
Slightly nicer than slides, but they looked like slides because you couldn't fade.
Right, okay.
So everything just crashed into the next thing.
Excellent. We love that.
Love that.
That's good.
But yes, that was that. And then... So yes, I was...
Big success.
So
was the show a success?
The show was good.
That's good.
Oh, on the Friday night... so they had this truck to be various things in the show that they'd built. And so it had this cardboard front that had a shape of a tree because it was Seussical. So egg nest and tree, that one. So it was applied. Wasn't expecting that in that track.
Yeah, sorry. I forgot there's a breakdown in the middle of it. Yeah.
So yes, it was velcroed to the side of this truck.
Yeah.
Halfway through the first song.
Oh dear.
Flopped forward.
Fell off. Terrible.
So, and obviously Alex Wood, who is stage manager, I don't know what
How on earth has he got that job?
I don't know. He's done it, as far as I can tell, since the dawn of time, though. So.
He's done everything since the dawn of time, because he's the only person I've known at Phantom since the dawn of time as well. So he's been here forever, right?
He's been here forever. I believe he's leaving, though, so...
He is. Yes, Josh, well done.
Yes, so I had to, because obviously he was stood behind the stage, so I had to radio Alex and be like, Alex, the front has just fallen off the truck.
Terrible, absolutely.
So
terrible.
we got thing 1 and thing 2 to come out and put it back on. So that was good fun.
Oh dear.
But
that's good.
Overall, good success. The
that's
RF
good.
system is terrible, but that's because we had about 4 different RF systems all working at the same time, so that was always going to go well.
That's good.
And the lapels have been in storage for 4 years, so are terrible too.
Fair.
So really crackly and would drop in and out.
Like it.
Great for while people are singing.
Slightly concerned we're going to have that at this school show that I'm doing, but we'll talk about that later or closer to the time. Who knows? Up next, though, on the SLLET radio show, what we have got is one for my dad. Here's Green Green Grass by George Ezra.
Actually, if you go to the derbyunion.co.uk website, go to Get Involved, and then it is Student Media.
Something like that,
I think is the link.
See, that one's fine. I'm allowed to use that jingle again now.
No, you're not, because it sends people to the wrong place because it's not actually on the website.
Yeah, but it is true. The Phantom does now exist again.
Yeah.
Which it didn't for a while.
Yeah, I think they've been putting out issues since November.
Okay, they have, but
we've been making jokes about it not existing since about...
It didn't really exist, but they've rebranded, so now...
Yes, they are rebranding. I don't know that they have rebranded.
Okay, well, some of it's been rebranded. They've got a new Instagram and that sort of thing.
Yes, they are, what is it, the Phantom Derby?
Don't know, you tell me, mate.
I'm meant to pay attention to these things.
You should, really.
But I don't, thanks.
These are new. These weren't here last time.
No, they weren't. I remembered them during TK before Easter.
Oh, when you got bored.
When I got bored, and because I remembered a website called suspenseaccents.com exists.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And just recorded them straight into the system for them. Thanks for that. It's the Phantom Newspaper on
there
the Instagram.
You go. Give them a follow. They have been putting out some new stuff. New issues are coming.
New issues probably coming. Probably. I imagine there might be a new one. I don't know. I should pay attention. Why are you playing the elevator music?
I've got rid of the cash machine one's disappeared.
Oh, it's still in the system. Drag it back. It's probably what that gap is.
You can't do Control Z. Yeah, I just put them on top of each other by accident.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't stop it now either. Anyway.
Oh, good. Well done.
It's all fine.
But yes, that they are doing stuff, which is good. I'm desperately trying to find the page where it's actually at. So it is derbyunion.co.uk/SLS/media/phantom-paper.
Catchy.
Yep.
Or you can pick up a copy on campus.
No, they're doing that for their last edition of the year.
Oh, they are actually printing some of them.
I think they're going to try.
Okay.
Last edition, March 2022. So, Easter, April doesn't exist because of Easter, so...
Well, that's true, evidently.
Yeah, so,
That's good, though.
Because, we're already in May.
Glad they're back up and running.
Yeah.
Yes. What are we at? 6 listeners, Josh.
6 listeners. Hello. We haven't done this yet. If you want to get in touch with this show...
Oh, yeah.
07423457036 on the WhatsApp. At SLET Show on all the socials. That's SLLET Show.
Indeed.
SLET.co.uk is where you can find the YouTube, where we are currently streaming. Hello, YouTube. It's lovely to have you with us. Dan's pressing buttons again. Hi, YouTube.
Hello. I'm waving for everyone listening. Hi.
Yeah, hi, YouTube. And show at SLET.co.uk if you fancy writing us an email to complain about how terrible the show has been.
Well, you can. I'd prefer if you didn't, but
yeah, I'd prefer it if you didn't too.
I would laugh quite a lot if you did, though.
Yes, it would be funny. Or you could complain that we haven't been here for 4 weeks.
That's a more acceptable complaint, I reckon. Yeah.
Yeah. So do that. Yeah. It would make us feel slightly better.
It would indeed. Right, we've got some more music, Josh, and then we'll come back and chat about something else that we haven't spoken about yet. Oh, I know what we're going to talk about. It's fine.
Oh, good.
So
you had me worried there. I was like, wait, what haven't we spoken about yet?
We'll come back and talk about that. But
yes,
we've got our tune of the week. First of all,
we're announcing tune of the week because it hasn't gone out of the Instagram.
We
yet.
are, yes, because we pressured Anna to tell us what it was.
No, I just texted her.
Okay. Well, either way, what have we got? You Were Loved by who? Griffin and One Republic. How on earth did they choose this as tune of the week? Don't know.
Ask Anna.
But it is what it is. We'll be back after this.
Welcome back to the show. I love this bed.
It's not a bad one, is it? Actually,
it's a slightly spacey bed. I think.
It is quite, isn't it? Yeah, I like it.
So, live from 1 Firegate Square, you're listening to the SLLET Radio Show live on Phantom Radio. It is Wednesday, the 4th of May. What are you doing?
Nothing. It's fine.
I just saw an error message come up on the screen.
Yeah, we're fine.
So,
absolutely fine.
Yes. So, Dan, the reason last week I said I thought I'd seen you.
Yes, when I dialed in.
When you dialed in, I thought, oh, wait, I've seen Dan this week. No, I hadn't. I'd seen him on the Instagram in A3, though.
Yeah, because
what were you doing?
We had a great session from one of Ben's new friends called Ed, who comes from Encore, which is where Ben's going. Hi, Ben. Thanks for not listening, Ben.
Can't believe you're not listening.
Just rude. No loyalty. Anyway, he's off to Encore. One of his friends came in to do a session on rigging. He's head of rigging from Encore. He's called Ed. He's a very nice guy.
Love it.
Had a nice message off of him on LinkedIn afterwards as well.
Good.
Yeah, it was great. So that was good. But he came in and did a session in the morning, just chatting about what he's been doing. And then followed on with a session in the afternoon, which included some truss walking.
Yes. So tell us about this, Dan, because unfortunately I couldn't be there. I had somehow got myself on the scrutiny panel for Beth and Owen and Nina.
Not a clue what you're on about.
So basically, I had to approve that they were doing what they said they were doing in their manifesto, and they were, so it's fine. And Owen wasn't there, so it only took about an hour.
Oh, well, that's fun then, isn't it? But yes, so we did that, which involved him. I was expecting more sort of demonstration before he said, right, up you go then, up this tiny little ladder, up onto the truss that is flown 5 meters in the air in A3?
Yeah, something like that.
About 5 meters up. So
not excessively high. It's not arena height.
No, but
it's decently
gets
high.
the idea, especially when you're climbing up a tiny little wire rope ladder.
Yep.
You are attached to everything, safety and whatnot, and it was fine.
We are actually safe.
It was very safe. Nice harness and everything.
It's very safe, but always potentially dangerous.
Yeah. But, you know, if you can avoid doing it, which we can because we have a scissor lift, we should avoid doing it.
Yes.
But for the demonstration purposes, it was great. So he harnessed up and whatnot and showed us how we're going to climb this ladder, and then goes, right, who wants to go first? And Ben drops it in that I'm secretary of the climbing club.
Up you go!
So we're like, okay, cool, right, well, off I go first, which I would have said I'll go first.
You would have volunteered,
it wouldn't
so
bother me. That's fine. So off I go up this ladder, flew up the ladder. Everyone was very impressed, obviously.
No heckling at all, I'm sure.
No heckling at all, no. Well, it's fine because Ben refused to do it, so did many other people. So
I did that. Oh, did he?
Yeah. So I was like, well, you can be quiet. So yeah, went up to the truss, clipped myself on, laid around, went along the top of it for a bit, and then came back and came down again.
Love it.
It's great fun. There were a few of us had a go.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was a big success.
Oh, on the subject of Ben, have you heard of Ben's favourite musical?
You did mention this yesterday, but
I
don't actually know what it was. You name dropped it. But
yeah, Ben's favourite musical is Love Muffin.
I don't know what Love Muffin is.
No.
Do you know what it is?
So for context, last week I had Sam and Oliver in the studio. It was lovely to have them. We'd seen Ben earlier that day, and Ben had suggested to Oliver that he should try and drop in the words "love muffin."
Right, I see. Okay.
But then decided to change his mind and he went and to go with Chihuahua.
Nice.
Which is why, if you listen back to last week's show, I was trying to prevent Oliver doing his segment about dogs, which he finally squeezed in the last minute.
Right, I'll have to listen back.
You'll have to listen back.
I see.
But so I was going to call out Ben and Oliver for trying to contrive the inclusion of Chihuahuas in my show. When Sam came out with what Ben's favourite musical was, which is Love Muffin.
Makes sense.
It's so good. Have a look back. Oh, it's on the it's on the SLLET show Instagram. Have a look.
Is it? Oh, okay. The clips
because there were 3 clips from last week.
There were. I was
plus
impressed.
all of the clipping from today.
Yes, very impressed.
Yeah, 3 clips. We had Alex in the studio chatting community awards.
How on earth you managed to get her in the studio? I do not know.
That's the second time. I'm so happy.
Very impressive.
And it's what else? We had Love Muffin, and we had Yes, I did. I clipped me singing "We'll Be Back" from Hamilton, which was they were meant to join in.
Not acceptable is what it was. Josh. I left for too long, but either way, you singing Hamilton was just not.
I think in fairness, it was always going to happen if you'd left me on my own. But what are you doing?
I've pushed the wrong button. Just carry on talking and I'll sort this.
Yeah, yes, you've got the fader down. That's all right.
We're all good.
We're all right. So,
anyway,
you're
not singing again. I was trying to lead into this. Yes.
Yes. Here is some Robbie Williams with Candy on the SLLET radio show. So, we have made it to the end of the show.
I missed the swoosh, Josh.
Yeah, it was a bit quiet there.
We didn't hear it, did we?
No.
Oh, it's a shame. Oh, well.
Oh, well. So, we've made it to the end of the show. We found the Hamilton exit music.
It's a good piece of music,
It's
isn't
a
it?
great piece of music. It's off the end of the Disney Plus recording is where I think it came from.
That's where you ripped it from.
Well, it's not where I ripped it from. I ripped it off YouTube, but someone else ripped it off.
We only play legitimate music here on Phantom Radio.
Yeah,
it's all been acquired legitimately, so that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll go with yes. Right. We are going to finish right on time today because
Dan has to go to Sports Awards.
I've got to run home and then get changed into a suit.
Yep. I love it.
Just going to listen
great.
to a little bit of this. Change into a suit and then I've got to be out at 6:30. I've got to be somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm driving, which is fine, but I have got to get home.
You've got to get home
within that time, so quite tight. But anyway, we're going to finish on time, which gives us just under a minute, Josh.
So we will be back next week, won't we? Actually, no. We'll see because it's dissertation due date week, so we might have to take it off depending on how busy Dan and I are.
Yeah,
because somehow we've ended up with a Phantom Radio committee meeting that day as well.
Yeah,
but yes,
so
in the meantime, follow us on all the socials at SLLET Show, and you will find out if we're going to do a show next week. If not, we will definitely be back the week after.
We'll go with yes.
Yes, because that's live from the climbing wall.
Oh, it is live from the climbing wall. Yes, absolutely. Which you'll hear an ad for if you carry on listening here on Phantom Radio.
Yes,
up next
is Sarana tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. But now is the Pips, and then it'll be Reach. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Bye-bye.